start, I guess, for both of you. I mean, coming here, playing against the Ignite, I mean, they're a G League team. They've got a lot of young talent, but a lot of veteran players. What's the game plan heading into these 2 games this week, and what are you hoping to get out of it just in this preseason?
I mean, we won't reveal the game plan, but I would say the biggest thing for us is just making sure we find our chemistry with ourselves, understanding where everybody wants to be, getting them the ball in the right spots, things of that sort. So this is our first game, I guess, with real competition. So just looking forward to that, and other than that, yeah, just making this game about ourselves.
Yeah.
It was kind of my first practice, so I'm still trying to get used to everything. I just got in to Las Vegas last night from Manila, so probably just trying to get to know the boys a bit better on and off the court, build that kind of chemistry, that relationship, and kind of just go from there.
Bryce, for you, I mean, Coach mentioned that you guys are very evenly stacked in the sense where there's a lot of veteran players, but then you guys also have some younger guys as well. I know Alex Sarr, you see 2 scouts from every NBA team here watching you guys practice, and they're going to be here all week. But how are you balancing, kind of that chemistry with younger guys and veteran players? Like, you're a 3-time MVP.
I mean, I would say, you treat it like you always do, whether guys are the same age as you or younger. That's even more the reason to make sure the chemistry is right, because they're younger. You want to help them learn as quick as possible, because when the season gets rolling, it comes quick and it doesn't stop. So it's been great, and a lot of the guys are super eager to learn. They take criticism well, so I think it's going to make it an easy adjustment for themselves as well as some of the vets.
What have you seen from Alex specifically early on, just being that point guard and him being more of a big, like in pick and roll situations or pick and pop?
I would say the fact that he's a lob threat. Yeah, if he sets the screen and rolls, and the guard, whoever's in the screen, can get them to commit, you just throw it up there anywhere near the rim, and he's going to go get it. So that's a good luxury to have. So we got to use that.
Yeah.
I'm talking a little bit about the game plan. I won't ask too deep, but Coach mentioned about how you guys play a faster style as well compared to most leagues in the world. But the NBA and the G is like especially fast, and you guys will obviously be looking to keep them out of transition. And he said not turning the ball over. How are you able to really limit transition and keep them from getting up and down?
Just making sure we always have a guy or 2 back. And then outside of that, that's kind of the style we want to play. So I think this will be a game that suits both teams. We both play in leagues at a very fast pace. I'm not the tallest guy in the world, so I love to go 100 miles an hour. So it should be a lot of fun.
And then you obviously mentioned the balance of vets and young guys that you have, and how they're able to learn and grow quickly. But how do you balance helping them do that while keeping the main goal of winning the main goal? Do those ever conflict, or is it easy to kind of keep in mind?
No, I think they go hand in hand, because you need everybody, especially in those crucial situations late in games. So the quicker you're able to have everybody on the same page, the better chance you have to win. So. And
then I guess just for the young guys, like Sarr mentioned, trying to expand his game and kind of figure out where he can, what he can do in the next level. Is that something that you guys try and, as a guard especially, pick towards and help him get in spots that he's able to grow from? Yeah, and it's early to tell right now, right? We've been, I want to say, 3, maybe 4 weeks into preseason, so still learning everybody's sweet spots. But other than that, I think once we have some more game repetition, we'll be able to figure out exactly where he likes the ball, and obviously that's what you want to do with basketball anyway. Whether it's Alex or Hyrum or whoever, you want to put people in positions to succeed.
Hyrum, for you, I mean, you just came from Manila. You said, are you tired? Do you feel like you have an advantage, especially playing against some of the top competition in the world coming here in these 2 games?
Yeah, I'm tired. I think yesterday we were on planes for about 16 hours all up. And then your sleeping pattern you have to adjust as well. But it's kind of, this is my job, so I can't really make excuses for it. And then, yeah, it was a good experience, playing, the best players in the world, representing their countries, and you represent your country. It's obviously a goal everyone wants to achieve. So yeah, just try to take those learnings that I learned throughout our campaign and try and bring it here, whether that be just from the bench or however I can contribute.
The coach, long trip for you guys. I know you play tomorrow, but what was your game plan coming into here? You know, knowing that the Ignite have 8 guys that are draft eligible, but also a lot of veteran talent as well.
Yeah, our roster nearly mirrors the Ignite, and we got a lot of young talent. We got some crafty veterans as well. So for us, it's a great opportunity to play against some high-level competition this early. Me, for a head coach, I get to see really how good our young guys are, because everyone thinks that they're bound for the NBA. So tomorrow and Friday will be a great test for that. So never count out vets. They like the challenge of this as well.
With Alex Sarr specifically, I mean, I know he spent some time at Overtime Elite. How has his adjustment been to, like you said, playing in practice against veteran guys and older guys and preparing for a league like the NBL? Yeah,
like I think the way our roster is, Keanu Pinder, who's like a fringe national team player, Jesse Wagstaff, a 16-year vet, he gets to go up against guys every day that bring it and are successful in our league. And in his month down there, I've seen great growth in his game. And you guys watch practice today, he felt very comfortable out there. So he's progressing nicely. I think what also helps him is his parents moved to Australia with him, so he has the comfort of, if he has a tough day, he can go home to some friendly faces and recalibrate.
The Ignite have 2 guys that are, it's early, but projected top picks in next year's draft,
Sure.
Ron Holland and Matas Gonzalez. Are you coming in with a chip on your shoulder to try to prove, we can play against the best, we can stop and defend the best players that are projected at the top of the draft in next year's?
Yeah, look, it's a great barometer for where we're at. The Perth Wildcats in the NBL, if we don't win a championship, it's considered a bad year. So a huge element of this is where we're at, our progress in our own preseason. But we know the Ignite are long, athletic, young. They got great vets. So we get a great combination of all things, and it's just a great preseason look for us. But it wouldn't matter who we play at this time of the year. It's about how we're progressing. But who we're playing will really show where we're at with it all. So that's the great thing about being able to do these games.
One last question. Just the progression of the NBL, you guys have a track record of getting great American players to come over and play in the league. You've got about 4 or 5 guys that are, projected in the first round of the draft playing in the league this year. What does it say about the growth of the league and just the competitiveness of the NBL?
Yeah, look, the biggest thing I think is our style of play. The NBA style of game is very similar to the NBL. It's fast, a lot of possession, space the floor. We're happy to have multiple decision makers out on the floor. So I think their natural progression allows that transition a little smoother. And then, I just think lifestyle-wise, once you remove yourself from basketball for the day, it's very easy for people to just transition into the Australian way of life, So I think that gives them comfort, and we're seeing that now with the Europeans, just not Americans, that are coming down there as well.
You mentioned the style of play, how the G and the NBA are notoriously fast-paced and physical too. You mentioned the NBL is similar to that. Is there any adjustment you had to get faster coming into this, or do you try and make them slow down and play your game a little bit?
Yeah, look, we want to keep them out of transition. Any American team, when I say American, any NBA franchise or that, it's fast-paced. So if you turn the ball over or take bad shots, transition, you're just going to get killed. So that'll really test us. And then defensively, can we keep these guys in front of us? That'll be the challenge for us.
And then with a prospect like Sarr, do you how are you able to make him or allow him to fit into the game plan while also expand his game and try and show what he can do to rise in the draft?
Yeah, look, I think the attractive thing when we're looking at Alex is our style of play, the way I allow the front court players, the forwards to play. They can be a playmaker. But then also he's out on the floor with some really good veteran guards. So I think for any young big to play with veteran guards, that just helps their progress along a little bit as well. Yeah, no worries.
With the pre-season, what's the expectation for the young guys? You talk about just trying to see where they're at.
Mm-hmm.
For this early, what is the expectations?
It can go one of two ways, right? And this is, I'll play whichever side works out tomorrow night, is they come in and they do really good. They can feel good about themselves. I feel a little bit better about where our roster's at. We get our butts kicked, then I can tell them that they're not at that level and they're kidding themselves. So I win it no matter what the scenario is.